In front of you, I have a massive comic book haul stack to go over with you. I've got first appearances, variant covers, and a whole lot of modern speculation. And if you don't think that's enough, I have a mystery box to open up with you from one of my good friends on Instagram. So keep watching this video to hear which issue I think was my best find from over the weekend, so stay tuned. Welcome back everyone, AR Comics here, and today I've got a massive 50-issue comic book haul to go over with you from this last weekend. All of these books were found in the wild for cover price or less, and I cannot wait to show you them. But first, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content that includes upcoming book releases, speculation videos, unboxings, and comic book hauls, and also new comic book day reviews, and that happens every Sunday, Tuesdays, and Thursdays. So hit that subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content, because you do not want to miss out. And now, without further ado, let's get started on the books. So as you can tell, this is a very large stack. I'm not going to waste your time with explaining every single detail as to why I picked up some of these books. So I'm just going to breeze through some of them, and then the ones that do have some sort of significance, I will explain that a little bit more. First up on the list, No Heroine #2 by Frank Gogol. This is a very good read so far. I really enjoy it, and he's a pretty good guy to talk to. I talk to him every once in a while on Instagram. I picked this one up mainly because I like the run and I didn't have issue #2. These next two don't really need any explaining. Ice Cream Man #16, and I also picked up 18. These issues are pretty hard to find in the wild in my opinion. A lot of them are selling for a lot more on eBay, especially after it was kind of confirmed that Quibi picked it up. Not that Quibi's cool or anything, because I heard it's really not a good platform, and in my opinion it probably won't do too well on it, but still a low print run type series, and a lot of people are buying them up. Next up on the list, Dead Man Logan 11 out of 12. In my opinion, when this issue was released, it was more of a speculation issue. It is the first cameo appearance of Daniel Cage as Thor in an alternate reality. At the time, it was selling for a decent amount of money. I'd say probably $10 to $20. But like I said, I found it for cover price in the wild. I know you can too. Do not waste your money on something that has such small significance for speculation. After that, Umbrella Academy #1. Admittedly, I've never read Umbrella Academy. I saw #1 and I thought maybe this might be a good jumping on point. This is the second series. I think it's 6 total issues. So I'm not sure if I have to read the first series to, really get into it, but I'm excited to check it out. After that, Invincible Iron Man #1. This issue doesn't really have too much significance, but I don't really own a lot of Iron Man stuff, so I'm interested to read it. After that, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers #1. I haven't read a whole lot of Power Rangers, but I have a few friends who are very interested in it, and I thought it was pretty cool to see this one for cover price. I know it doesn't really sell for a lot of money because it doesn't have any real significance to it, but needless to say, it is a #1, and I was just really happy to find it. After that, another #1. So this was Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This is Saban's Go-Go Power Rangers. Another #1. Haven't read them either, but still, I'm happy to have them. And at the same time, I was able to find issues #2 and issues #3. So when the time comes, I'll be able to check it out, be able to give it a nice read, and go from there. I really wanted like the deluxe hardcovers, but they sell for a lot of money. I think I heard that they're going into another print, so if that's the case, you'll be able to get them a lot cheaper on like In-Stock Trades or some of those websites. Moving on, Runaways #1. Now this isn't from the first series, this is from 2017. It is a #1. I'm happy I was able to find it. I haven't read any Runaways either. A lot of people I've talked to haven't really liked it, and I'm going to be honest, I watched that Hulu show. That shit sucked. So moving on, Free Comic Book Day, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I did get this one for free. I'm really happy I was able to find this. I don't want to say the wrong date, but I'm pretty sure it's from 2009's Free Comic Book Day. I know it is selling for a little bit of money. I'm just happy to be able to read this issue, because obviously I'm not going to be able to afford the original one, or any of the reprints for that matter. Moving on, Silver Surfer Black. I picked it up because I love this cover. And Silver Surfer Black's actually kind of picking up a little bit of speculation lately, mainly because he was in the Thor run, and pretty much anything Donny Cates touches, plus this is done by Donny Cates, it always is going to have some sort of relevance. And issue number 5, this cover, and I picked up this cover as well. I'm not sure. I think I like this one more, but this one's pretty badass too. It has the origin of the Silver Surfer Black, and I don't know. I don't know where the story itself is going to go. I'm not sure where they're going to go with Silver Surfer, but I know he was included in one of the latest Thor issues. People are starting to buy it up a little bit more. Moving on, Meet the Skrulls number 3. I only picked this up because I have the rest of the issues. I'm pretty sure it's a 5-issue run. I have like 3 or 4 copies of issue 1, only because it was picking up a little bit with the Disney Plus announcement. I just got it because I had to finish the run. It was pretty cool to finally see it. You can pick this stuff up on eBay or My Comic Shop, but it's just not as fun doing that. Next up, really happy to find this one. Howard the Duck number 1, first appearance of Gwenpool. I found like a stack of 6 of them. So you know what I did? Picked up another one and another one. So I grabbed 3 out of the 6. I figured I'd let someone else try and take a shot at finding the other ones. It was like a bag and board type deal, and they were all just kind of together. And I was like, oh shit, well I'm just going to grab them all then. Really happy to find that. I hope Gwenpool turns into something bigger, and it'll make this pickup worthwhile to me. Next up, Shuri number 1. Now this one's crazy. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Nope. Well, now you know what the next one is. So I've got all these copies of Shuri number 1. This one only has significance because of pretty much what's going on with Black Panther. And even before that all happened with Chadwick Boseman, a lot of people were speculating that Shuri was going to take over as the Black Panther. I kind of agree. I thought that was going to happen. And I just saw them all sitting there. It was in back issue bins. They were covered up with all these other boxes. I was happy to find it. Gonna be honest. So after Shuri number 1, you already know Shuri number 2 and another copy of Shuri number 2. These both are selling for not a whole lot, but it is gaining a little bit of traction on eBay, mainly because of that whole speculation that she is going to take over. I'm not sure the relevance of this one, but I think it's only selling because it's her first solo series, and then it's showing her off. This is the first time with the Black Panther suit on for this run. I think that's the only reason it has significance. Other than that, I was just happy to find it. Next up, we have Captain Marvel number 20. If you are keeping up with this run, this is the first full appearance of the team of the Accuser Corps. I'm not fully up to date on this run yet, but I'm excited to read it. And plus, finding it out there, cover price, that's a big deal. And after that, you know what that means. Number 18. This is also the first appearance of her half-sister, L'Oreal. Same thing. Haven't kept up with the series just yet. I think actually with these issues, I was able to finally complete it. So now I get a chance to read it. Heard it was a big deal. A lot of people are actually really enjoying the run. Kelly Thompson's doing a great job with it. So we'll find out. Next up, I was also really happy to find these. 1 copy and 2 copies of Captain Marvel 1. This is first appearance of Ripley Ryan. You know who she is. She turns into Star. I think Star is going to be a huge deal. I already made a video on it. I think I've made 2 videos on it at this point. So if you're not caught up, make sure you check out some of my speculation videos. I talk all about Ripley Ryan and Star. Move that. Now after that, moving on. There she is, Star. I picked it up. It's a number 1 of her solo run. It's a J. Scott Campbell variant. I got another one, and I don't know. I really like his work. It's such a clean variant cover, and I was happy to find it. I've actually never seen one in a store. I was not able to get one when it first came out, but now I did. Next up on the list, Miss Marvel, number 1. It's from her 2015 run. I just picked it up because it's a number 1. I don't really read anything from Miss Marvel. I like the cover. I know she's popular. It's a number 1. I just wanted to grab it. After that, same thing. This is Magnificent Marvel number 3. It's a Battle Lines variant. Haven't read it, but I really enjoy this cover. I love the Battle Line variants, and I'm just a big fan of this one in general. So I picked up 2. Cover price. Can't argue with it. Moving on. Riri Williams as Ironheart. This is number 6. I think the only reason I picked it up is because it featured Miles Morales on the front cover. I don't know. I didn't really think too much into it. I just thought that was cool, so I decided to grab it. After that, we have Ruins of Ravencroft #1. This is a speculative book. It was gaining a lot of traction at some point because it's the first appearance of Cortland Cassidy, and a lot of people were really speculating that he's going to be resurrected and he's going to be brought into some sort of new story arc in the future. Whatever comes from that, they expect him to be a bigger piece of the story. I thought it was cool. I was really happy to see that. Here's the cool thing though. So this is cover A. This is the cover most people have been wanting. I found this because that's obviously first appearance and first cover appearance of him. And I found a second one. So I grabbed them both. These were a little bit more expensive. Still cover price, but $5 instead of the usual $4. Not going to argue about it because it is selling for a little bit more money right now. After that, Miles Morales, Spider-Man #1. I just did a whole speculation video on this whole series. I think it's awesome so far. They've done a fantastic job with it. I have cover A. I picked this up and this one, mainly because it's just a variant cover. It doesn't sell for much more. I didn't have it though, and I'm a big fan of the series. I think it's going to be big in general. So every time I see a #1 of this, I pick it up. Next up on the list, Miles Morales 8. So I got this one, and I got another one, and not another one. But I grabbed 3 more copies of this because, first off, I absolutely love this cover. It's probably my favorite cover of the entire series so far, and it's the first appearance of the Assessor. I was reading it, and I thought the Assessor was going to be big. This is going to have spoils, in case if you haven't read this so far. But in issue 8, Miles is kind of captured, and he's tortured by the Assessor, and all these tests are being run on him. And now in these latest issues, it's first appearance of Miles' clone. And then he ends up back where the Assessor initially was, and it looks like he's going to get tortured again, but it seems as though the Assessor probably made the clone, or had a big part of creating the clone. So my opinion is that the Assessor is going to be a very big villain to the overall series, and I mean, besides loving the cover, I'm going to invest in this book whenever I find it. Now, since you already did see it, Marvel Action, Spider-Man. I love the cover. I haven't read any of these. I know issue number 9. Actually, I think it's number 10. It's that cover with Venom on it. It's awesome. But it's a 1 in 10 incentive variant. I don't have it, but I know as far as that series goes, that's the cover you want. These sell for, I probably even overspent. You could probably get it for cheaper than cover price online. Next up, Free Comic Book Day, #1. You know what this is. Technically first appearance of Virus. I grabbed this copy. I found another one. And I found another one. He said I could grab 3, so I grabbed 3. I'm still on the fence. It's one of those, whatever you want to believe. Is it first appearance? Is it not first appearance? If we're going by the publication date, it is. But it didn't come out first. So I'm going to leave that one up to you to believe. I still grabbed 3 because you never know what other people think. And people are the ones that dictate how much things are going to cost in the future. After that, Spider-Verse #1. This is the first appearance of Spider-Zero. I grabbed 2 copies of it. I think this is a big issue. A lot of people are just downplaying it right now. You don't know who Spider-Zero is, and that's probably why. But with some rumors going around and just some talks amongst comic book fans, there's a lot of people that do think that Miles' baby sister is actually just a different, alternate reality of Spider-Zero. I think it's cool. I guess I really didn't enjoy the series too much. It was cool. I think it's a book worth investing in. Also made a speculation video about this one. So, moving on. Outlawed #1. This is an issue that just recently got brought to my attention. I don't know how I missed it a while ago. I just never picked it up. It was one of those one-shots that I just didn't seem too interested in. However, it does have the first appearance of Cradle. It's like an organization that's kind of out to stop teenage superheroes. They don't think that their brains are developed enough, and they just kind of make rash decisions, and they want to put a stop to the teenage vigilante superhero groups. If you're keeping up with Miles, I'm sure the Kamala Khan series has the same thing, but they mention Cradle here and there. They talk about it a little bit, and that's the first appearance of it. So, These are all of the issues I picked up. I know I blew through them. I could have sat here and explained them all day, but I didn't want to waste your time with that. And now, it's time for the mystery unboxing. Now, as I said, this is from one of my good friends on Instagram. His name is Henry. His Instagram handle is CrossMontes. I'm going to put it in the little bio for you to check him out. I have no idea what any of these are. I did not check it out yet. So I'm going to open this up and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. So in front of me, I have the package that my good friend sent me. I haven't looked at any of these issues yet. I just want to be just as surprised as you. First up, we have, wow, we only find them when they're dead. This is cover B. I actually think I was talking to him about this. I think this is going to be a big run. I really enjoyed this series so far, and I love this cover. This is just showing off one of the gods that they were like picking at earlier on in the beginning of the issue. You should read it if you haven't. Next up, oh my god, man. Venom, Variant Edition #1. That is a beautiful cover. Oh man, it's a second printing. Henry, that's 2 for 2 right now. That's so cool. So that's that. Moving on. Venom #2. Man, I was telling him I needed issues 2 and 4. I think those are the last 2 that I needed. I'm just going to leave that up there for now. I know I took the other one down pretty quick. That's awesome, man. Thank you so much for that. Oh, and Venom 4 right after it. Henry, I know I just said thank you, I think twice, but you just completed my Venom run for me. That is like 4 for 4 on sending some wild books. Thank you so much so far. Next up, Venom #6. This is a dope cover as well. I don't think I had the regular cover. I think I only had a variant. That's so cool. It's a lot of Venom books so far. And the Venom 25 wraparound cover. Man, you are sending me some absolute heat, man. I'm going to have to send you a awesome package. I don't know how to top this, but I'm going to have to figure something out. Next up, Venom 25. I know this one just came out, a third printing. I love this cover. I mean, I love all these covers so far. I'm just going to display that one like that. Well, nope, I'm not going to. You're going to have to look at it this way. You are killing it with this mystery box, man. Thank you so much. You already know what that is too. Venom 26, another second printing. Cover appearance of Virus going crazy on the little hoverboard. Man, I'm at a loss of words right now, man. You're really sending me some awesome stuff. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much. Moving on. Legends of the Dark Knight. This is the first appearance of the Robin King. This is a second print. Man, I actually was telling him about it too. I wasn't able to get a first printing at the time. And, you know, he made those jokes. He's like, I'll grab you one. And I just thought he was messing around. Thank you. This is one that I actually don't think I know what it is. So someone down low is going to have to hit me up with this one. Justice League Dark #3. That cover is awesome. Like I said, I'm not too sure what that issue is. But, I mean, based on everything else you sent me, I'm sure this is a pretty solid issue too. Next up, Ice Cream Man #20, second printing. I love these covers. I love the Dr. Seuss regular covers that they've done. The first one was awesome. This one's just as cool. Killing it, man. You are really killing it on these issues. After that, in the final issue of CrossMontes Mystery Box, Thor #5. This is the third printing, cover appearance with Black Winter as Thor. Henry, man, you killed it on this. Thank you so much for sending me that, man. This was like one of the best mystery boxes this is the best mystery box I've ever had, and especially because you just sent it to me out of like the goodness of your heart. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm going to hit you up on Instagram, and I'm going to need your address because I've got a bunch of stuff to send you now. So that's it. Those are all of the issues that I found over the weekend, and those are all the issues that he sent me in that fantastic mystery box. And to be honest, I think my best find of the entire weekend, and I'm really happy I found 3 copies of it, is going to have to be Miles Morales #8. I truly do think the Assessor is going to be a big part in this Miles Morales run, and I'm happy that I have numerous copies of it, because when that time comes and he turns into a big villain, I'm going to be sitting pretty. So what do you guys think? What do you think of my massive pickup over the weekend? Henry's fantastic mystery box that he sent me. Which one's your favorite issues, or some of the ones that you think are the best speculation books? Let me know down below in the comment section. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure you hit that thumbs up. And just so you don't miss out on all of my upcoming videos, hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified. You don't want to miss out on some of this content. And with that, have a good day.